In today's video, I am breaking down the Park City area, all of our surrounding areas, and what the real estate market is like. What's up? My name is Nicole Bowdle. I'm a local real estate agent in Park City, Utah with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. And if you're new to my channel, I talk about all things Park City real estate related. What the market's doing, what's for sale, where are the new developments, what it's like to live, work, and play in Park City, Utah in general, and the surrounding areas here known as the Wasatch Back. I think as a buyer, in order to have a really good understanding of the Park City area, it's important to understand everything about it. So first off, Park City is actually located in what we call the Wasatch Back. Now, if you're familiar with Salt Lake City, Utah, that is considered our Wasatch Front. And we are called the Wasatch because Utah is home to the beautiful Wasatch Mountains, as Colorado is home to the beautiful Rocky Mountains. So the Wasatch Mountains is our mountain range, and we're separated by Wasatch Front real estate, and we're separated by the Wasatch Back. So as a Park City agent, I deal with all of the Wasatch Back real estate. I think it's important to understand that with the Wasatch Back, we have two counties that we serve. So Park City real estate is pretty big in general because Park City is actually a very tiny area in town with a zip code of the 84060. It's basically Old Town, historic Main Street. It's where the town lift comes down in the middle of the city. And I think that's really what people think of when they think of Park City. But there's so many outlying areas that are interconnected with it that it's important to understand where the growth is and also what's happening out in those areas. So breaking down Park City, it's two counties. You've got Summit County and you have Wasatch County. Summit County consists of Park City, Snyderville Basin, which is like the Kimball Junction area, and Deer Valley. We also have extended Summit County, which is going to be Camas, Wanship, Oakley, Colville, and Hoytsville. And those areas are about 20 to 30 minutes outside of Park City, depending where you are. It could even be a little further. These are places where there's lots of farmers, lots of land, ranchers, hunters, people that live in cabins. It's definitely a lot more secluded. You don't have a lot of stores around you. There's not very many grocery stores, shopping centers, restaurants, or even gas stations. You're definitely in the country when you're out there. Lots of people who have horses or want horse property or farm animals are drawn to that type of country area. It's really important to understand that with the Park City market as a whole, we're really a segmented, very micro market. So within Park City, we have within the Wasatch Back, we probably have over 300 subdivisions, and we keep growing because new subdivisions and new developments keep getting added. So it's really important to understand what area is where and where it is in location to Park City when you're thinking of Park City. Wasatch County consists of Heber, Midway, and the Jordanelle area. And within Park City, it's split into basically two main zip codes, which is the 84060, which is anything that is that big white barn, the McPullen white barn. It's our iconic white barn. If you ever watched like American Idol or seen anything where somebody was from Utah on the television, they're most likely going to have a B-roll shot of that iconic white barn. And so the 84060 basically starts from that white barn and goes into town, and that really is 9 neighborhoods. The price point of homes in that neighborhood differs greatly depending on which neighborhood you choose, but as a whole, the average price, kind of including everything, and this is Empire Pass 2 we're talking about, is about $2.8 million, and a condo is about $1.2 million. You can absolutely find things that are cheaper than that, but that is what the average prices are. Now, if we're talking the 84098, which is Snyderville Basin, that is basically Canyons Village into Kimball Junction, and it's quite a larger area. It is 14 neighborhoods deep. So you have a lot of full-time residents that live out here because you have Ranch Place, Silver Springs, Bear Hollow, and Sun Peak. You also have Jeremy Ranch, Pine Brook, and Summit Park. And the average price point for something out in Snyderville Basin, if you're going single family wise, is about 1.9 million. Now remember, that is an average, and there's absolutely homes listed for under that as well. And if you're looking for a condo out in this area, you're about $900K for a condo. And again, there are options and different projects that are much lower than $900K. If you are looking in the Jordan L area, which is considered Wasatch County, I think this area is somewhere you want to keep your eyes on, especially if you are planning to invest here. It's somewhere that is flying under the radar right now. Lots of people aren't as drawn to it because there's not shopping and restaurants and dining and you're not on the bus route yet. But this area is going to see a lot of growth in the coming years. And we have a new $1 billion ski resort going in on Highway 40 overlooking the Jordanelle Reservoir called the Mayflower Mountain Resort. There is going to be about 1,000 new units going into this development. It's going to have 6 chairs, I believe. There are many things that are still being discussed and in the works with this development, but they were going to try to have the lift spinning by 2023. And this is a development project that's going to take anywhere from 15 to 40 years to be completely developed. Now, when you're getting a new $1 billion ski area put in, you can't help but wonder what's going to happen to the surrounding areas. The value is really going to increase. And if you are smart with your money, it's going to be a great investment opportunity for you to be looking out in this area and to not overlook it just quite yet, because it doesn't have the shopping, the dining, and you have to go to Kimball Junction to get your groceries or to fill up your car, doesn't mean that it might not have these things in the future. So the areas that are around the Jordanelle that are going to do really well is we've had some condos that have existed there since the Jordanelle was built. Plus we have the Mayflower Lakeside, which are condos and townhomes that are going in. We also have Sky Ridge, which is a brand new luxury home site development. And these lots range in prices from $227,000 all the way up to about $700,000. And the nice thing about Sky Ridge is it's located on the northwest corner of the Jordanelle. You are 40 minutes from the Salt Lake City International Airport with 0 stoplights. That is fantastic. If you are buying something in the 84060 or 84098 and you have to take Highway 224 to get to your home, you are going to be stuck in lots of traffic and lots of stoplights. So that is a huge perk about Jordanelle that people really aren't taking into consideration yet, just because it's not really the heart of Park City. But homes here are not cheap. The average price is $2 million. And I do believe that that average is high because we have Toohey out here, which is a private gated golf community. And Toohey is developed by Talisker, and it is Talisker 2.0, not the original Talisker that went bankrupt. This is a brand new development company out of Texas that came in, and they've really made Talisker a special place. What you get with Talisker that you don't get with other gated communities is basically you get 1 membership and you get 4 clubs. So you get the Toohey golf course. You also get Courchevel on Main Street, which is a restaurant that is open to the public, but you get owner ski lockers. You also get the yurt up at Empire Pass and access to the Tower Club up at Empire Pass in Deer Valley. And they have a full shuttle service system that will shuttle you around wherever you want to go, drop you off at Main Street. This is a year-round 4-season living place, and there are a lot of people. They have been selling a lot this summer out there. There's also Soaring Hawk and Hideout. Now, Hideout is kind of an anomaly because it's along the Jordanelle on Highway 240, which is near Browns Canyon, and they have become their own town. So you can get a house out here that's going to be probably about $2 million as well. And you can also buy lots that are, anywhere from 240K all the way up to 400K. Something that is good to know is that if you decide to buy a lot and build, you're probably looking anywhere from $600 a square foot to $800 a square foot to build something that is luxury finishes. If you want something lower end, they're not luxury finishes, you're probably looking for something 400 square feet and under. But, I am always reminded that anytime you build something, anytime you remodel something, always expect to pay double for what they quoted you. And that is just a good reminder. There are lots of builders that you need to screen, lots of contractors that you need to talk to, and don't just accept their offer because it was the lowest bid. Chances are it's likely to be double the cost. And that's just because prices of materials increase and maybe your taste changes and you have really expensive taste, and that could make your house end up costing more money as well. So what do you get for your money? If you are wanting to come to the Park City area and you want to be in the heart of Park City, which is like the 84098 or the 84060, which is Kimball Junction to kind of Old Town or Deer Valley area, which is what most people think of when they think of Park City, and you have a $500,000 to spend, you are going to be in a condo. If you have $700,000 to spend, you're going to be in a townhome. And if you have $1 million plus budget, then you will be able to find a single family home. There are some single family homes that are right under $1 million. They are probably going to be located in the neighborhood of Black Hawk Station, which is at Kimball Junction. It's very close to the freeway. There's also a subdivision, South Shore at Jeremy Ranch, that some houses have been going for, $800K, $900K. They're homes that are 25 to 30 years old, still great homes and great family areas. It just depends on your taste, your style. Are you wanting something that's a new build? Are you wanting complete luxury? Or are you okay with being able to just get into Park City? You really want to live here, but you're going to have to fix up your house probably over time. Kitchens might be a little dated. There might be lots of tan oak around. So that is something to think about when you're moving here. If you're drawn to the Canyons Village, it's having a luxury condo boom. It's only about, I want to say 60% developed, and there's been about 13 new developments that have gone in. The Lift, Apex, Yotel Pad, the Ridge, Blackstone down at the base. There's just been tons of luxury condos being built in this area. And then there's a bunch of older condos that have existed here for quite some time. If you would like new construction and you're looking in the Canyons area, you're going to be spending about $1,000 per square foot. Something to remember as well if you are condo shopping is that if you're looking in the Canyons Village, you have a 2% buyer transfer fee. And if you're looking elsewhere like Hideout, that area, you're going to be subject to either a 0.5% transfer fee all the way up to a 1% transfer fee. And that just depends on the subdivision that you're buying into. So it's really important to understand that you do have transfer fees here. Some subdivisions might have more of a transfer fee and some might have less. So let's talk a little bit more about the Mayflower Mountain Resort. It's going to have a 4- and 5-star hotel. It's going to have a convention center, an ice skating ring, a huge ski beach. It's supposed to be, there's nothing ski resort wise that has been built like this since 1980. It is being developed by a developer, Xtel. They are out of New York. They are a real estate company. And something that's very cool about this ski area is that they've set aside a percentage of hotel rooms for military and veterans. So they really want to give back to the military and veteran communities, and they want to give you an affordable way to have a vacation. And I think that is something that differentiates this ski resort from other ski areas. They're not really going to be part of Deer Valley. That's also something to note. Who knows what they will have in negotiations, but The Mayflower Mountain Resort will be literally right next to Deer Crest, which is one of Deer Valley's most expensive gated communities that overlooks the Jordanelle Reservoir. You know, a townhome in Deer Crest is about $4 million, and the other homes that are up there that are 25,000 square feet, you know, are $20 million. So these are very expensive homes, and this resort is going to be right next to that, and it's going to basically operate as a second base for Deer Valley. And I think it's hopefully going to try to kind of wean traffic off of Highway 224. And so I'd really say that people love to move to Park City because they're moving here for the lifestyle, or I guess Park City and the Wasatch back, because if you can't afford Park City, you're going to end up in probably Heber. And Heber is just as great. You've got Timpanogos, you've got tons of fly fishing, you still have trails, you still have mountain biking, you still have golf courses. The entire Wasatch back actually has 15 golf courses. And we do have private gated communities. Prices are going up, midway prices are really going up as well. But in Heber, you can still find a new construction home anywhere from, you know, the high 500, like 589, all the way up to, you know, 900,000 in Heber, but you're going to get a lot of value out there. And so a lot of people that can't afford Park City will go out to Heber. So something to think about with Heber is Provo kind of is to Heber as Salt Lake is to Park City. The nice thing about Heber is that you're really close proximity to Park City, but Park City really isn't a big city. You know, Salt Lake City International Airport is about 30 to 40 minutes from Park City, and then you're about another 20 to 30 minutes to Heber. Heber has a private airport, a very small one. Lots of private jets fly in and out of there. But I mean, if you are wanting to go to shopping centers and things, you're going to have to go to either Provo or Salt Lake. Heber is also very close to Sundance, which is down the Provo Canyon. So if you're familiar with, I'm sure everyone is familiar with Sundance, that's where Mount Timpanogos is. It's one of the most stunningly beautiful mountain ranges I have ever seen. Park City is also home to 5 gated private golf communities. Most popular are Glenwild, Toohey, Promontory, Victory, Ranch, and Red Ledges. And these are all golf communities and gated communities that are like 4-season living, and you either have to be part of their golf membership or their social membership, which could range anywhere from an extra $30,000 to $100,000, depending on the community that you're interested in. And they all have tennis and pickleball and different perks. You know, the golf course, they've got clubhouses, fitness centers, fitness classes, lots of things to do for children. And we also have about 4 other gated communities. We have Bald Eagle Club up at Deer Valley. You've got Deer Crest at Deer Valley. We have the Colony, which is basically the Deer Valley of the canyons. And we also have Wolf Creek Ranch, which is out in the Camas area. So what can you expect if you're a buyer? Well, our absorption rate for the Wasatch back is about 1.6 months. So it's definitely a seller's market. Sellers are in control. There are multiple offers being had on multi-million-dollar properties. The average days on market is about 9 days. And again, that is an average of the overall market, and that could vary depending on which neighborhood you're in. It doesn't mean that all houses are gone in 9 days, but if you are an out-of-state buyer, you really need to do your research on the area that you want to land. Stayed till the end of this video and you're watching to this point, then you know that Park City is a big area. And you've got to figure out which area is best for you, because we have all different price points and we have something for everybody. So if you are really serious about moving here, whether it's for, you know, you're moving here for work, you're relocating, or you just want a second home or an investment property or a vacation property, just do your research on areas. Get used to having a lot of video, and pretty much every single offer that I've put in for clients this past year has been based off of either sight unseen or it was based through video. Because if we waited for you to fly in and to come look at places and then put offers on things, they would be gone. because if it's priced well, it's in good condition, it's gone in a few days with multiple offers. Cash is king here, and we have a lot of cash buyers. And if you are getting a loan, you need to use a local lender, because especially if you are buying a condo, you need to have a local lender. It's taking a lot longer to close condo deals just because of project approval and COVID, and especially if you are buying into a hotel condo project, those trigger a whole different set of requirements for lenders, and they can take a lot longer to get project approval. So you're looking at about a 50-day close if you are buying a condo, and that can't be helped. So your offer is definitely less competitive if you're getting a loan and you're buying a condo. And down in Salt Lake, we have homes that are double digits. Like colleagues in Salt Lake have a home that, went live for $486,000, and it had 42 offers on it. I mean, that is something I've never heard of. That is just absolutely insane. So what can you expect if you were coming to the Park City area? Well, in the Wasatch back alone, we had 266 single-family homes for sale. There were about 588 residential units, so that's condos, townhomes, and single-family homes. So if we just kind of separate the single-family homes from the townhomes and the condos, there were only 266 to choose from. And only 46 of those were under $1 million, and 221 of those are over $1 million. So that really shows you our price point of this area. With our condo market, we had 286 condos for sale. 158 of those condos or townhomes were under $1 million, and 129 of them are over $1 million. And this changes on a daily basis because new listings pop up all the time, things go under contract, but that was the stats as of this morning when I looked. So a really large variety, all shapes and sizes of homes, all different types of homes. I just really wanted to try to give you a breakdown of where Park City is, what the Wasatch Back is, what's the difference between Summit County and Wasatch County, and what can you expect to get for your money.